I feel 透き通る水かい探したモーメントここで作る俺たちのフリー
Shalom and good day, this is Tehillim29 back again for another anime review, and in this anime review I'll be covering Free Timeless Medley, The Promise, to which this free movie focuses a little bit more on the character of Rin. So before I start, I'll give a little bit of a synopsis, which is provided by Crunchyroll. I do have some slight criticism though in regards to this Crunchyroll version of it, is that they do seem to have the wrong subtitles for this particular movie, and the subtitles here seem to be more in relation to the previous movie, which is called The Bond. But overall, I was able to manage to make out what the story was and what it was telling me. This one is Haru and Rin swimming towards the future, bright futures, but can they face the challenges that are ahead of them? So, jumping directly into my notes here, we have quite a number of things that take place, and I might actually bring over some things that took place in the previous one, because I forgot to add it in that video. So, for the Free Timeless Medley, The Bond, time and events that took place, we had Haru and Makoto, and that also meeting like their teammates. We also had some swim tournaments that took place. The locations, we had Haru's home, the school, the swim club, the aquatic centre in Australia. So this also sort of like connects to what is actually happening in Rin's part, but more so we get to see a little bit more in depth in relation to what led to that happening, and I really appreciate that in this particular one. We also had the cast of characters, to which I think in this one we had a little bit more cast of characters in The Bond than what we do in The Promise, but we do actually get to see some other characters that sort of like cross over between the two. In it we had Haru, Makoto, Ikuya, Nagisa, Rei, plus the teacher, Natori, Kisumi, Hayato, Momo, Asahi, Hayato's brother and sister, and that's pretty much about all that covers The Bond of what I was unable to cover last time. But what I will cover for this one, and this one's main events, the time and events that take place, we had Rin's loss in the family. So as we start to sort of like move into the first act, we actually get to see Rin's time with his father, how he comes to sort of like be inspired by his father to want to be a swimmer. Of course, Rin, when he travels to Australia, of course we have the tournament and also some of the relay races that they do take a part in the story. The locations are the swim club, Rin's home, Australia. Of course, we have the Semazuka Academy, which he does a majority of his training. The cast of characters consisting of Rin. We have Sosuke. We also have his father. We have Akuya, Haru, Asahi, Rei once again, Natori once again, Go and Momo. Jumping directly into the first act, which was around 32 minutes in length, but I did write some notes down in relation to this. So as the story begins, we get a bit of a flashback, and this flashback goes directly into Rin's past, so we get to actually watch quite a bit in regards to Rin's past. We get to see his family, who he grew up with. We also get to learn about basically his father's death, and not long after that, to which he does actually travel to Australia. Not only that, we also get to see his interaction with Rin, Sosuke, Nagisa, and a couple of other of his teammates within the story. We also get to see a important flashback which relates to how Rin himself actually got to swim in the Iwatabi Swim Club and actually come to enjoy relay racing. So that was really important in like the first act. As we start to move into the second act, we actually get to see sort of like the return of Sosuke back from Australia and whatever else. Like in regards to sort of like the character's past, moving in the present, and also with him interacting with some of his previous teammates. Plus, we do get a bit of a recap from we get some stuff in relation to a bit of a recap from season 2, or what we do see in season 2, as well as seeing Rin and Sasuke, having more time together to talk about some of the events that took place, to eventually we do learn in the area of Act 3, to which we have Nitori and Momo go looking for Rin, and Sosuke as a relay event starts to come up, but between Act 2 and Act 3, there is some things to which we get to learn a little bit more about Sosuke's injury, but also what Sosuke has been doing to sort of like recover from his injury. And that was a really good addition to the story, because it shows that even though he might have this hurdle to overcome, he's doing the best he can to recover from this hurdle. So he's able to perform his best when it comes to his racing or his swimming, whether his swimming is in like individual swimming tournament or in the upcoming relay race, to which he's actually asked to join by Rin himself, and that is really good. But you can also see how Sosuke acknowledges why Rin sort of admires Haru and also finds time to talk to him as well. We jump into a little bit further towards the end. Yes, this is probably going to be a short review on this particular movie. So as we continue, we see the next relay event come up, to which they do get to perform and basically outperform against the Iwatabi Swim Club and actually get the win. But we do actually get to see them work as a team. And not long after that, we sort of like move into the after events of the story, to which we get to see a little bit more talking between other characters that do make their appearance, whether it's with Makato, Rin, Haru. We get quite a bit that takes place there, and we get to see them starting to move on to the area of, say, swim college, or the college of where they'll be swimming at next, just so that they can start to move closer towards their bigger goal in the series. Now, moving into the area of my afterthoughts, as I brought up at the beginning, I really think Crunchyroll needs to either replace the free timeless medley The Promise with a new video of sorts with the right subtitles, because with it having the wrong subtitles, it's going to be problems to anyone else who watches the series. Jumping in to the overall story, I actually feel that this story was actually a little bit more stronger than the one that focused on Haru Nanase, and this actually gave me the things that I was actually looking for, ignoring some of the errors, especially in relation to the subtitles. I was able to make out some of the story and the dialogue, what was happening between them. So jumping into the next thing, and that is the area of the racing. So first things first, for the main character rating, as this actually focuses more on the character of Rin, but you do get to see this character's interactions throughout basically what we see of his lifespan in this particular time limit. And we see how he got to enjoy swimming at a swim club, from going, or plus experiencing a bit of heartache and hardship in his life with the loss of his father, but still wanting to be able to, I guess, be the best in his own swimming career, because he got inspiration from his father, learning from his mother, of course, that his father was a swimmer. And that also led to him and also his sister go to wanting to be like a part of like some swim teams, to which eventually we get to see where he like first joined up with the Iwatabi Swim Club, got to enjoy being a part of a team there, sharing that news with a member at the Semazuka school, to which we meet the character of Sosuke. So we learn that he's actually known Sosuke probably around the same time that he's sort of gotten to know Haru. So we get a bit of a better understanding in relation to that. So jumping into the area of the rating, I give the rating an 8 out of 10 for the supporting cast and characters, consisting of mainly sort of like who would basically be the mainly supporting cast and characters. That would include characters that show up in the story, including characters that have also lost their lives in the story. And that would also include his old man, to which I give it an 8 out of 10. The animation, still consistent with the previous one. The soundtrack, still the animation, an 8 out of 10. The soundtrack, also an 8 out of 10, as I really quite enjoyed it. And the overall story in this, I give an 8 out of 10. And this one actually makes up for the missing half that was actually really needed in the first half. Until then, let's keep it colorful and have yourself an awesome day.
I feel 透き通る水海探したモメントここで作る俺たちのフィーさあ動き出した Days 戸惑う目に焼き付く眩しさを追いかけてフィーフィー同じ思い出